What if one single region could tell the entire story of human civilization? Well, today we're diving into Punjab, the land of the five rivers. It's a place that, for thousands of years, hasn't just witnessed history, it's been the very stage where it all happened. So I want you to hold on to this question as we go, because Punjab's story isn't some neat straight line. Oh no, it's a chaotic, vibrant, and, let's be honest, often violent crossroads. It's like a permanent intersection where empires, cultures, and big ideas have been colliding for millennia.
Okay, so let's get right into it. And let's start at the absolute beginning. We're not talking about a few centuries ago. We are going all the way back to the dawn of organized human society. Think about the world's first great civilizations, right? You probably think of the Egyptians building the pyramids, or the Mesopotamians creating their city-states. Well, at the exact same time, right here in Punjab, an equally advanced urban culture was absolutely thriving: the Harappan civilization.
Just let that date sink in for a second. 3300 BCE. We're talking over 5,000 years ago. This isn't just regular history, this is deep history. Punjab has been a center of human civilization from the very, very beginning.
So this is where we get to that central theme. Because of its location, Punjab basically became the front door to the Indian subcontinent. Anybody coming from the west, whether they were an invader, a trader, or just a traveler, they had to pass through here.
And this timeline just shows you the constant churn. First, you had the Aryans, who laid the groundwork for early Hindu culture. Then, boom, the Persians arrive. Then Alexander the Great brings his Greek armies. After that, the Mauryan Empire unifies the land and spreads Buddhism. And later, Muslim sultanates come in and establish centuries of rule. It was just this non-stop parade of empires, and with every single wave, Punjab absorbed something new. New languages, new religions, new technology, creating a cultural blend you just couldn't find anywhere else.
But after centuries and centuries of being shaped by all these outside forces, something new, something totally unique, began to grow from within Punjab itself. A new faith and a new power that would come to define the region for generations. And at the heart of this brand new identity was Sikhism. It was founded by Guru Nanak, and what he taught was, well, it was revolutionary. In a world that was all about rigid caste systems and religious division, Sikhism came along with these radical ideas of one God, the absolute equality of all people, and a life built around serving others. So how did this faith become a major political force? Well, it started with Guru Nanak's spiritual path. That path grew into a really unified, resilient community, and that process eventually led to the early 19th century when the legendary Maharaja Ranjit Singh built the powerful Sikh Empire, a homegrown kingdom that finally gave Punjabis control over their own historic crossroads.
But the age of empires wasn't over, and the next wave of influence would turn out to be the most disruptive of them all. It led to a fracture, a split that defines the region to this very day.
In 1849, it happened. The Sikh Empire fell, and the British Empire annexed Punjab. For the first time in a very long time, the region lost its independence and was just swallowed up into this vast colonial system. Now, for nearly 100 years under British rule, the entire region was run as one single unit, the province of Punjab. Hindus, Muslims, and Sikhs all lived together under one government. And this century of unity is exactly what made what came next so completely shattering.
Because when the British finally left in 1947, they took a pen and drew a line right through the heart of the province. This was the partition. The land of five rivers was violently torn in two, creating an Indian Punjab and a Pakistani Punjab. The result was one of the largest and most brutal mass migrations in all of human history.
So, after this incredibly long and turbulent journey, what's become of this ancient land? What's its legacy today on both sides of that border?
Well, today, Punjab is still the agricultural heartland. It's the breadbasket for both India and Pakistan. It was the center of the Green Revolution, which totally transformed food production. And its culture has proven to be unbelievably resilient, spreading all across the world through a vast and really influential diaspora.
When you just step back and look at the whole arc of the story, it's really breathtaking. It was a cradle of civilization. It was the ultimate crossroads of empires. It became a powerful kingdom of its own. And then finally, it became a land divided.
Which leaves us with a final thought. This is a land that's been defined for 5,000 years by its ability to absorb, to adapt, to connect. And now it lives with a hard line drawn right through its heart. So after all this time, as the world's great crossroads, the real question isn't just what comes next. It's whether a land that was so defined by connection can ever truly be divided.